guys, and welcome back to my kitchen. But in case this is the first time you're stopping by, my name is Gina and I'm a wife and mother from the Midwest, and I enjoy cooking fresh meals for my family and sharing the recipes here on YouTube. Today I'm going to be sharing a recipe for my version of shrimp pad thai. If you've never had it before, it is a Thai dish, obviously, hence the name shrimp pad thai. It is a noodle dish with a tangy sweet and sour style sauce, served with fresh veggies mixed in, some scrambled eggs, some fresh herbs, and it's just really delicious, and it's super simple, and it's perfect for a weeknight. If you don't like shrimp, you can change the protein out for whatever you do like. You could use chicken, you could use tofu, or you could do it vegan or vegetarian by omitting the eggs. I think eggs are vegetarian though. But anyways, we're doing shrimp pad thai, and as I don't know any background on the dish, I'm just going to go ahead and jump into the ingredients. I will warn you guys, today the girls are in rare form and Daniel just got home, so it's pretty loud in here. I'm hoping you can bear with me and that it doesn't get too crazy. So, first thing we need is some shrimp. These ones are 41 to 50 count shrimp, I think, and these are frozen. So I'm just keep rinsing them because unfortunately I have to peel mine because they didn't have any peeled and deveined shrimp for a good price. So probably about a pound of shrimp. You'd probably use about a pound of chicken or like one package of tofu if you're choosing to do that. For our veggies, we are going to be using some shredded carrots, a red bell pepper sliced up nice and thin. I've got some bamboo shoots here. We've got some green onion. I have some fresh cilantro, which we'll use as a garnish at the end. And then for our sauce, that's what has the bulk of the ingredients. So we've got 2 limes here, plus we'll have extra ones for garnishing when we're done. We're going to use some garlic. Then we're going to be using some brown sugar, some rice vinegar, some soy sauce, and excuse my dirty soy sauce bottle that has a drip on it, but this is the kind I like to use. This has the most authentic flavor of soy, in my opinion. The Kikkoman ones have almost like a brewed taste, like a strange aftertaste to me, and this tastes very strong and very salty, but I really do like this soy sauce, so I recommend it. Oops. We're also going to need some sriracha or some chili garlic paste, depending on what you like. You can feel free to omit that in the event that you guys don't like spicy. It's totally up to you. And then lastly, we're going to need some fish sauce, which is very important. I have this just Thai kitchen kind. I'm not saying this is the most authentic fish sauce, but this is what I have. Don't be afraid to use this. Like, for years, I would sub out the fish sauce for extra soy sauce, but it doesn't taste fishy. It's just very rich in umami flavor, and it's salty. So if you have been scared of it in the past, go ahead and give it a try. But if you absolutely don't have access to it, you can add a little bit extra soy sauce or some extra water, and you'll be fine. Just don't go crazy with the soy because it'll get too salty. I don't know if I mentioned that we need a little bit of peanut butter. I think I skipped that ingredient. For the sauce, I use it just because it gives it a nice thicker consistency. I don't know that that's authentic. I'm obviously not Thai, and I've obviously never worked in a Thai restaurant, so I don't know exactly how other people make it, but I make it like this. It's quick, it's easy. Daniel loves it. This is one of his favorite things that I make. So you can trust me. And then lastly, I am using cashews today. I thought I had peanuts in the cabinet. I'm pretty sure that somebody ate them and screwed me over, but you're supposed to have crushed peanuts, roasted peanuts for the top as a garnish. So I'm going to chop up some cashews just for shits and giggles because that's all I have, but please use peanuts unless you like cashews better, in which case use the cashews. Anyways, and then lastly, we're going to need 2 eggs. If you're just using eggs, you can use as many as you like, but I'm going to use 2. And that is that, guys. Oh, and the last thing is the noodles, duh. These are pretty widely available here in the Chicagoland area. I got these at Tony's, but I've also bought them at Pete's Market before. So they have a variety of sizes. This is the, does it say a size on it? I don't know. I don't know what size it is. It doesn't say. But I will show you that there are different size ones. So Like these ones that I have from before are way, way, way thicker. I'm not even showing you on the camera. So these ones are about a little bit under a ½ inch thick. So I'm using these thinner ones today because that's more authentic for pad thai. So I'd say these are about a £1/4 inch thick noodles. So Mulan brand of rice stick, Bon Pho. Bon Pho for you. All right, let's see here. I don't really have anything else to say right now, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and continue to defrost my shrimp. Rinsing them, I'm going to remove the shell, make sure they're deveined, because sometimes when they come deveined, they are not, and ain't nobody trying to eat no shrimp poop. So let me go ahead and get that cleaned up and prep my ingredients, because this looks like a lot of stuff, but this comes together super duper fast. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do actually, before you even start prepping your veggies, is soak your rice noodles. So I have half of a package, which this is a 16-ounce package, so that would be 8 ounces, or half of a pound of rice noodles soaking in warm water. According to the package, you can soak them in cold water too, but I've never done that. So this does most of the cooking, so that way we don't have to boil it or anything of that nature too much. So start soaking your noodles right away. Alright guys, now we're going to prepare our sauce, which I'm just going to go ahead and add these things and let you know how much they are to this jar as I go. So far I have 3 tablespoons of fish sauce in here, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and lastly, I added 2 tablespoons of creamy peanut butter and 1 tablespoon of our chili garlic paste. So chili garlic paste obviously has garlic in it. I am going to go ahead and blend this up and see what the flavor is like before I decide if I'm going to add additional garlic and our lime juice. Okie dokie, so after my taste test, I ended up adding 1 clove of garlic and the juice of half of a lime to our pad thai sauce, and I re-blended it. It makes about, I would say this is about 3/4 of a cup of sauce. As you can see, the texture is creamy, but not overly thick, which is perfect for this, because in the event that your sauce gets too thick or absorbed by your noodles, you could always add a little bit of water to thin it out. I'm going to matchstick up my pepper, obviously wash everything, and wash and chop my herbs, and we'll start stir frying. Alright guys, so this part is going to go kind of fast. Right now I'm just heating up this pan, which is a deep skillet. I usually use this for frying, hence it's stained with oil. So I've just got some vegetable oil in the bottom, a high smoke point oil, because I do want to have this set on. I've been heating it with no fire on medium high. I went ahead and I turned the flame on our noodles. They've soaked for about 15 minutes in warm water, but they're just not tender enough for us. So I'm probably just going to bring this to a boil and turn it off, and then they should be good, and I will rinse them with cold water and set them aside. I have chopped my vegetables. So we have our matchstick style, if you will, bell peppers. We've got our carrots. Hey girls, quiet down. We've got our carrots, and then as you can see, I have our green onions divided in 2 parts. So the top part, we're going to use it like an herb. We're going to add this at the end, and it's just going to wilt with the heat of the dish. Whereas the white parts, or the less tender parts, I've chopped them finely, and I'm going to go ahead and saute them with the vegetables as you would a traditional onion. Lastly, I've got our cilantro chopped up over here. The bean sprouts we're going to add in the end when we add the herbs. So we're just kind of ready to start going. Once this oil is hot, I'll be back. I'm going to start by sauteing our veggies. Alright kitchen fam, so this has been sauteing literally for probably 1 to 2 minutes, barely at all. You don't really want to see any sweating of the veggies yet. You just want to kind of smell the onions and take some of the chill off of the other veggies, because one of the things that I like about pad thai is that the veggies are very much crisp, tender, and fresh. So next thing I'm going to do is kind of make some room in the middle where all the heat is in the pan. I'm going to add our shrimp. If you were going to be doing chicken, I would cook the chicken off before You added the veggies. And if you were doing tofu, I would bread the tofu with some cornstarch, and I would fry that in a pan entirely separately, so it's nice and crisp. That's my favorite way to have tofu. And I love the Nature's Soy extra firm tofu because it's already pressed. It doesn't have any liquid, and it just has great texture and flavor. So there's my 2 bits about tofu. You're going to saute your shrimp for about 1 or 2 minutes on each side, or until they're pink. And the rest, we're just going to start popping stuff in. As you can see, I've drained my noodles. I'll be back in a few. Okie dokie. So, as you can see, our shrimp have released a lot of their liquid. Our veggies are starting to become tender, crisp tender. And we're starting to rip in its hair over here, guys. I'm going to move everything to the side. I kind of put a little too much oil in, but it's all right. It'll be fine because we're going to put a sauce on this. So I went ahead and I scrambled 2 eggs with just a pinch of salt in a cup. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to scramble our eggs on the opposite side of the pan here. And then I'll be back in just a second when we add the rest of our noodles and our sauce and our ingredients. Okie dokie, so our eggs are scrambled. I swapped over to this spatula because I didn't like the sound of metal on metal. And as you can see, my eggs, they didn't hold together too well because I had too much liquid in the pan, but it's still going to be good. If you want them to be like streakier eggs, you can let it form an omelet and then just kind of slice it up with your spoon and you'll be good to go. So, whew, shrimpies are almost sticking on the bottom here. Scrape everybody up. And here comes the magic, guys. We're going to go ahead and toss our noodles right on top. I'm so sorry my daughters are so loud today. It has been a long day in the Herrera home. The children were a little bit crazy, so they're in the bathtub and they're that loud that you can hear them. I'll go ahead and dump in all of our sauce. I will rinse this cup out. Just get the rest of the juices in there. I'm going to grab some tongs and start tossing this around. And I'll be back to show you what it looks like before I add in our final step of veggies. Alright guys, so our sauce is thickening up. I have all the noodles mixed in. I'm letting the sauce come to a boil. And I just went ahead and I dumped our fresh veggies on top, which is our remaining green onions and bamboo shoots. And then now I'm just going to take a little sprinkle of cilantro. We're definitely going to put more on top to garnish. And let this sit. I'm going to turn the heat to medium-low so that way it's not boiling too vigorously. And after a minute or two, we're just going to toss everything together once the sauce looks like it's reduced a little bit, like it's been absorbed by the pasta. And we're almost there. And then we're going to serve this. All right, guys, we got some pad thai magic here. As you can see, everything has come together. I'll scooch this to the side so you can see that there's no sauce sitting on the bottom. It's thickened up and it's absorbed into the rice stick noodles. We've got our eggs, everything in here, our herbs. To plate this up, I have chopped up some cashews, but you can do the same if you have peanuts. I've got some limes to the side, some extra cilantro, and then I'm going to put the soy sauce and the chili garlic paste on the table. Give me a second to get the kids out of the tub, get this on some plates, and we'll be back. Alright guys, so here's our finished product, plated up and looking super cute. I did want to mention to you guys too, like, the sauce that I made is like based off of our flavor preferences. So a lot of pad thais from restaurants are way sweeter than this would be. So if you prefer to have a sweeter pad thai, either add more brown sugar, you could add honey. It's really up to you. And here's my husband, who is apparently going to talk during my video. Why don't you tell me how it is, Daniel?
I'm going to try it. Really good, I know. But
I know you like this one.
oh my god. I like the Thai food in my place.
You like it? Alright guys.
Delicious, really nice.
It's a winner from Daniel, which Daniel is extremely picky, in case you didn't know. Oh, he really likes it. Alright right, guys, thank you so much for bearing with me. I'm sure there's going to be a hot mess of background noise in this video, but this is my real life. I'm a mom, we're a family, and it is what it is. If you liked my video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, and if you loved it, I'd sincerely appreciate it if you'd consider subscribing. It's been like literally blowing my mind watching how many of you have been subscribing this last year, and I just honestly, it really warms my heart. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the icon or the notifications bell if you want to know when I have new videos. And that's that. Thanks for watching how I like to make my version of pad thai, and have a great night.